win. If we start resisting them in the information war and by physically being there and saying, we're taking the hill, you want to fight, here we are. You started first, see what happens. We win. We get stronger, they get weaker. We're getting stronger, they're getting weaker. You're seeing death throes right now. They've been spending decades rotting out Europe and rotting out the United States for their takeover. And now we've identified it. The people know what's going on. We're moving against it. We're getting stronger, they're getting weaker. We're getting stronger, they're getting weaker. We're getting stronger, they're getting weaker. Day by day, and they're panicking, and they're throwing everything they've got at us in desperation. They admit they're desperate. And I'm never stopping. I'm never backing down. I'm never giving in. I'm never giving up. Ever, 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 ever in the face of people that wear the uniforms of the greatest mass murderers in history and are allied against our republic. We'll be back. Stay with me. We've got a lot of different videos that we can air. And coming up, the start of the next segment, Diamonds and Silk should have arrived. But again, there's a lot of issues getting through the security cordon because we're actually inside where the convention's going on itself in a private studio building that's part of the complex, as viewers can actually see if you're watching on television right now on TV stations and cable systems around the country, but also for free at Infowars.com/show. Briefly, because I've been neglecting to do this, this is a massive expenditure, obviously, of money for any media organization, and we're a mom-and-pop independent organization that's got about 55 people in it, and then, of course, auxiliary reporters and contractors and folks, less than 100 people total, having the effect, media-wise, punching through the Berlin Wall of controlled disinformation that is mainstream media, punching through with a searing, flame-throwing, white-hot spotlight of truth, just crashing through the lies of disinformation, unapologetically taking the enemy on head-on, like a rampaging 18-wheeler, running over the jihadis instead of the jihadis running over us, but in the information war. And the globalists are allied with every radical, hateful, out-of-control group that you can imagine, and they're creating total distractions, total diversions with things like, did Melania Trump lift some lines about heritage and her family? I mean, everybody says that in the speech. I've talked to Roger Stone, and I've also talked to some of our other sources that obviously go unnamed, but the bottom line is that Lewandowski, who has been a troublemaker all along inside the campaign — I've never talked about that in the year and a half that I've had some knowledge of the campaign, not just from Stone, but from others. Everything Stone ever told me then came true, or had happened and was proven later. Basically everything. I don't think I've ever seen Stone be wrong, quite frankly. And I talk to him every day, sometimes multiple times a day. He's just a really interesting guy. In fact, after this campaign's over, I tend to keep talking to Stone. He's a fun guy. He's the type of guy you take on vacation with you. I mean, he's just really funny, really smart, a real guy. But anyways, enough bromance there. He's going to tell you the inside scoop on Fox. And he told me the inside scoop on Fox 6 months ago. He told me the inside scoop a month ago. He told me the inside scoop, I'm going to go ahead and just let you know, a week ago. And that's why you heard me go ahead. And he said, yeah, it's starting to come out. You can talk about it. But then I talked to other people at Fox, obviously. I don't want to get them in trouble. Tucker Carlson is not one of my sources. I don't ever bring up Fox News stuff with them. But I do talk to him sometimes off air. And it's amazing. Absolutely amazing what's going on at Fox News. In fact, I wish I would have made a bigger deal about this a few weeks ago when I was authorized to start talking about it. But quite frankly, it's so off my radar, Fox News itself, and how arrogant Fox News is, and how Fox News thinks it's God, and so many of its personalities are just unbelievably narcissistic, I guess would be the word, that it's really not on my radar screen. I mean, here's the thing. I know what Fox News is. I know what it's designed to do. But what they're now doing to it is big news. What is now happening at Fox News is going to happen to everybody else. And so many people I see on InfoWars and Prison Planet are saying, oh, great, I hope Fox News falls apart. Oh, I'm glad that the Murdochs are about to take it left. Screw it. It'll just collapse. The fact that they're getting ready to bring down Fox News, everyone, shows you they understand that they have to completely shut down the liberty movement and even the artificial one that was there to control things. Now that it's failed and has been radicalized, it's got to be controlled, demoed. And when I say this, folks, you need to understand, what you're hearing is the facts, okay? Now, I could see this from afar, knowing the different players years ago. And I knew they were using the whole hacking scandal to threaten the Murdoch empire to make him come closer to Hillary. We knew this 4 years ago. And we told you this was happening. And he gives more money to Hillary than he does Republicans. And you've seen some folks trying to follow orders like Bill O'Reilly and start, being nice to Hillary, saying nice things about Hillary. There's a lot that goes into this. So when we come back, I'm going to try to just give you what's happening without going down rabbit trails to back it up. But just understand, they're taking Fox News down right now, and then they're going to take Rush Limbaugh down. They're going to take Matt Drudge down. And you're like, oh, well, Drudge, he's a great guy, but so what? Or oh, Limbaugh, that guy's, been kind of a warmonger. The point is, the globalists aren't going to leave him around, okay, because they know he's pro-gun and doesn't hate America, okay? No one is going to be left on air unless you want to bring the country down, okay? They've got dossiers on everybody. They know Donald Trump. They know people like Limbaugh love the country. And they're not New World Order people. And it's going to get so bad in this country that they're not going to be allowed to be on air. Then they're going to start arresting people, okay? This is how this works. So all the conservatives, libertarians going, yay, Fox News is going to fall. No, it's horrible. It's bad news, folks. It shows how authoritarian things have gotten. Boy, I tell you, it is just an amazing time to be alive right now. Diamonds and Silk are arriving here, I guess, in the next 5-10 minutes. And we, again, have Ted Nugent coming up. We have my crew right now interviewing Nigel Farage. I can't wait to air that, maybe even to the 4th hour. That's amazing. I tell you, I almost said that's it and just walked into that building with him so I could go meet him in person. I've never done that, but I just came to the show. So, yes, I'm like a fanboy. I want to go meet the rock star. Well, he's a patriot, man. He just got the beginning of the UK out of the EU and a serious blow to the globalists. And I know they'll reconfigure and come back again. That's the animating contest of liberty. Point is, we are kicking their butt. Guys want to meet some quarterback that's won the Super Bowl 4 times? I could care less, quite frankly. I could just care less. I want to meet people that are defending my family and who've been, who they've tried to murder repeatedly, and who just keep fighting back. But that's because I'm an extremist, ladies and gentlemen. That's the kind of stuff I'm into. And again, folks, I like football as much as the next person. The point is, this country is in such dire straits that I don't care about football anymore. Just 15 years ago, I still watched football. I even watched the Red Sox the last time they went to the World Series again. I get it. I'm not judging you. The point is, we're being taken over, ladies and gentlemen. And so, yeah, I went to Dallas Cowboy games when I was a kid. Okay, great. My grandfather was like super good buddies, best buddies in college. And then when they went to World War II, both in the Army Air Corps with, the Tom Landry. The point is that that's not that exciting to me, okay? What's exciting to me is we are on the verge of crushing the globalist. Liberty is rising, and no amount of manipulation, no amount of betrayal, even if Trump's an operative, which I don't think he is, no amount of that can put it back together again if we just stand up. That's where I'm going. Now, on the Fox News situation, Roger Ailes worked with patriots at the FCC in the mid-1980s with the head lawyer, head counsel, Mr. Fine, who, again, comes on the show and nobody even cares. This is the guy that fought and battled to have free speech again on talk radio. You couldn't go on the radio and criticize the left. They would let leftists have talk shows, but then nobody listened. But you couldn't supposedly be political. That's what they want to bring back, folks. And Roger Ailes, say what you want about him. They're trying to oust him for hugging Megyn Kelly 6 years ago. And I know people that know Roger Ailes, they say the guy is super nice, super funny, super weird, quirky. He's super old and sick now. And they're just trying to kick him out because he had the formula of women in news. He's the guy that brought women in to dominate news. Say what you want about it. He wrote the book on it all. He created Fox News. That was a counter to CNN. And even though it was synthetic, and even though Rupert Murdoch was in there trying to make it go more left, Ailes was able to basically block that for a long time. Now you notice Fox News has been totally anti-Trump, done every dirty trick you can imagine, and this is part of a dirty trick to bring down Roger Ailes and everyone that supports him. And I think it's genius. And you can go to drudgereport.com and see all the coverage of this. InfoWars has some coverage, but Drudge has it all. I'm going to cover it more later in the broadcast. That dozens of their top people, including Hannity and others, are saying, we're going to leave if you get rid of Ailes. Because if they all leave, they can go create another competing network as a group of personalities with Ailes, and that will defeat Fox. See, they don't want that, though. The globalists want everybody to kind of stay there and then slowly fire people and slowly intimidate people. A lot of folks have said, hey, why have you been nicer to Sean Hannity lately? Well, he's gotten more hardcore. And I knew not from Roger Stone, who is a consultant and works for Fox. I mean, he wears that, hat. And I'm not going to get into, inside baseball on that. I've learned a lot more from other people higher up at Fox. I'm going to stop right there. But everything Stone's told me meshes with that. You notice Stone hadn't been on Fox in 6 months. That is Hillary Clinton through Rupert Murdoch. Okay? And that is the direct orders to Roger Ailes. And it's not just him. It's dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people. MSNBC and CNN, you notice, banned him at the same time. And suddenly he wasn't on Fox either. That's because they didn't want to announce the ban. Okay, this is a Hillary White House order. And they keep warning Ailes. You let Trump go on there, you let Hannity talk about rape, we're coming after you. And so this is an internal war at News Corp, at Fox. A lot of folks sit there and go, good, let them fall, you're going to get bigger. A lot of people at Fox have told me that. You have to understand, it's part of a globalist program. Sure, it's fake conservative, a lot of it, but still, the good stuff that gets out, the globalists hate, and they want to strangle it. They want to make it super conservative light, put a bunch of leftist garbage in there. Megyn Kelly's been brought in on all this. She's on an evil witch-like power trip with Rupert Murdoch and his sons. And these are horrible, horrible people, okay? I mean, when you see Megyn Kelly, folks, she is evil, anti-American, dangerous, and a damn liar on top of it, okay? And, oh, my gosh, he told women they were pretty. Oh, my gosh, he hugged her and squeezed her. Oh, my, this is so horrible. This is the most evil thing I've ever heard of in my life. Meanwhile, the Clintons are running around, murdering people, launching wars, having hundreds of thousands of Christians killed all over the Middle East, overthrowing our allies, doing the most horrible stuff you can imagine, covering up all these rapes, settling rape cases. Make no mistake, folks, they're going to go after Fox. They're going to go after Drudge. They're going to go after, they've already basically come in with Goldman Sachs money and taken over almost all of Clear Channel. Okay? Say what you want about Clear Channel. Years ago, they battled some of their top executives who are actually listeners of mine and put me on Sirius XM. That was a big, bold move. And you know why they did it? They did it because they're worried about their kids. And they said, we hope what you do spreads and other talk show hosts pick it up because it's the truth. And you know what? It did happen. People at Clear Channel purposefully infected Clear Channel with me. They even, under the radar, put me on some other stations. Okay? I don't want to even talk about this, but it's time people understand and know what's going on. Okay? There are patriots at Fox News. There are patriots inside Clear Channel. One of them is George Noory, who took that show from all UFOs and chupacabras to 80% serious news. At a serious risk to his job. They said, okay, you go ahead and do this, but you fail or whatever. You notice he made the show even bigger. So there are people that have done everything they can within the system to try to save this country. And George Noory, Roger Ailes, people like that. And look, Roger Ailes isn't perfect by any stretch of imagination. I was offered weekend shows with them to start. And they're like, oh, of course, and we'll fly you. And I'm like, even if you fly me first class every week, it's not that I'm some big star or something. I'm not going to be cramped on an airplane with my back troubles and stuff. I've been body slammed, folks, straight into concrete in high school and stuff like that. I've got probably brain damage and stuff. I just have got not a lot of health issues. I'm pretty healthy in a lot of ways, but I've been through a lot. I'm not trying to bitch. I just don't want to sound like I'm sitting here. Oh, I got to be first class. That sounds horrible. And the truth is, I need to sit in first class. I can't sit in a regular plane seat. My shoulders are too wide. And of course, anybody knows that. A small man can hardly sit in one. The point is, I'm digressing. And then they're like, you don't want to show on Fox.